What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ginger Sports Sports Podcast, brought to you by Brat's Beard Care. Let me pull it up. Where is it? Brat'sBeardCare.com. Man, I met him at the Winter Garden Farmers Market. Really great guy. Makes some authentic, all-natural beard care. Got to get it out there. Our signature blend, 3 beards, mixture of like islandy, kind of fruity stuff. So got to get out there. I want to welcome to the show tonight our special guest, Justin Jaynes. How you doing tonight, sir? I can't hear you. Let me try something. Can you hear me now? Here, you might have to come back in. Try exiting and coming back in. Yeah, sorry, guys, technical difficulties. We don't know what the problem is, especially with phones and iPhones, whatnot. So he'll come back in 1 second. Alrighty. Definitely check out Brat's Beard Care, man. He's one of the best. We love him. All natural, homemade in Winter Garden, beard soap, beard oil, beard balm. He's working on some hand soap too. Great all-around sponsor. We love him to death, man. Check out there he is. There you are.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's just technical difficulties with phones, man. We can't figure it out.
No worries, man.
So, Justin Jaynes, man. So, first of all, Justin Guitar Hero Jaynes. How'd you get that nickname?
Dude, honestly, early on in my career, my fights were kind of boring. And so I started to come up with, like, gimmicks and stuff to try and get people excited to see me. So the Guitar Hero was I wore this, like, headband and aviator sunglasses. And I'd play something like AC/DC as I walked to the ring. And I'd pretend I was strumming my guitar. And and I haven't used it since like 2010 or 2011. And then Bruce Buffer announced the Guitar Hero. So the Guitar Hero is alive and well, man. So we're the Guitar Hero again.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And we were talking beforehand. I asked if you were working out. You said you're quarantined right now playing Call of Duty. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, UFC has us quarantined today at the hotel until tomorrow. We do our COVID test. So, they gave us a hotel room, hooked up. Me and my coaches hooked up our Xboxes. Put us all in the same room, and then I got a workout room next door. I'll get a sweat going in a couple hours, and just living the life right now.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. It kind of sucks that you're back in Vegas. It'd be nice to fight at Fight Island, but at least you got to fight.
Yeah. Hey, next month and following month, who knows where the fights are going to be, dude? I might be out there sooner than later.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you fight in the lightweight division. You're 16-4. You're on a 5-damn win streak. That's just absolutely amazing. I got a hold of you from Chelsea Race. Like, you got to interview him. I was like, yeah, no, bring him on. And I started researching him. Like, he looks familiar. I remember watching your fight on June 20th when you came out and just wailing the dude. I'm like, that's where I remember that guy from.
Yeah.
Man. That was your UFC debut.
Yes, sir. Yeah, my UFC debut on like 30-hour notice. My manager called me, asked if I could make weight, showed up, made weight, knocked Frank out in 40 seconds, man. I was very grateful for the opportunity, and even grateful that I threw that left punch at the right time, man.
Yeah. Well, looking at a lot of it was 41 seconds. A lot of your fights, where is it here? You have 16 wins. 11 out of those 16 wins, 11 are first-round wins, mostly punches.
I think actually 13 of them are, to be honest, but
okay.
I might be mistaken. I think 13 first round, and yeah, man, I know you never really plan to knock somebody out in the first round. I hate when fighters, I'm going to knock them out in the first minute. It's like, well, you'd have to get a little lucky there because all these guys are tough at this level, man. And, I just find ways to win, dude. Like, sometimes I sub them, sometimes I knock them out. I just do what I do. And if it puts them away, it puts them away. If not, I'm ready to go 15 minutes or 25 minutes if need be.
Yeah. I'll make this real quick. You have 4 losses, and if you look at them, they're all decisions. So I kind of think the judges were against you in all 4 of those.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the losses, out of my 4 losses, I feel one of them is a true loss. 2 of them were very close, and one of them I definitely won. I just had a really bad call. I went to Hawaii, fought Rachel Ostovich's brother, Robbie Ostovich, in Hawaii by myself. My dad was my corner. And I took him down every round. I thought I did enough damage, but fighting a Hawaiian in Hawaii, since I didn't put him away, I lost the fight.
Yeah.
I fought Jimmy Spikuza for the World Series. I definitely lost that fight. Me and Jesse Gross, split decision. Man, I thought I did enough to win. He thought I did enough to win. He even told me after the fight that he thought I won, lost, and then fought Tommy Aaron in California on short notice, and again, one of those toss-up fights, and I just didn't get the better end of it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we talked with LJ Raboli, I think it's actually Sunday, and he's just like you, lightweight fighter. You have 16 wins, professional wins, and you're on only your second UFC fight. Why is it taking so long to get into the UFC? I mean,
Dude,
you're destroying these people.
I have no idea. And you know what? Especially at the beginning of this year, I started to question myself and, start questioning like, man, if I'm doing things right or if I pissed somebody off or,
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure. But all in all, I trusted the process. I stuck with it, and my coaches kept me diligent and honest, and it all worked out. It worked out better than it ever could, man.
Yeah. I know Chris is trying to come in right now.
Sure.
Let's see here. You went to I think I wrote it down wrong. It's Olivet College?
Olivet, yep. Olivet College,
Okay.
yep. I wrestled there for 4 years, and as soon as I graduated, moved out to Vegas.
Gotcha. I mean, the stats from you had a 4-day, 30-hour notice, you said, for the Frank fight. Your reach was 67.5 inches. His was 73, and you won by knockout. I mean, that's just
Hey, jump in with big shots, man. Live by the sword, die by the sword. That could have went the other way too. I just happened to pull the trigger quicker than him. Like fights like that against guys like Frank Camacho, it's a quick draw match. Who's going to draw their gun first and who's going to fire first, and I just happened to be a little bit quicker and land the right shot first, and that's all that was.
Yeah, 41 seconds. The Austin Tweedy canceled bout and then immediately replaced with Jaynes Warfield. What happened with that?
Austin and I kind of had some words back and forth, as I was scheduled to fight Austin like 2 or 3 times. I can't remember if it's 3 times or 2 times. 2 times for sure though, and he just kept getting injured. And it was very irritating because Austin's a tough dude and he had a good record. I thought I was gonna knock him out as well. And the first time he injured, I think he had he injured his abdomen. Like he pulled his abdomen muscle. And I later found out that he went, instead of the day we were supposed to fight, he went and did a marathon. He ran a marathon that day. And then we were scheduled to fight again, and he injured his abdomen again, I believe, in training. And then they replaced him with Jaynes Warfield. And after that second dropout, I was a TXC champ. And you know what? I'm done with that. Or excuse me, WXC champ. And I was done with him, man. They wanted me to rebook him again. I was like, dude, fuck this, man. Because these fight camps cost a lot of money, man. I got to pay my nutritionist, pay my coaches, this and that. And so had they not found Jaynes Warfield, I would have been out because I pay everybody and, all my food and diet and shit. So it was a waste of my time. And, he's old news now. Like I'm on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're in training camp, you're training for this specific fighter, not just random Joe Blow. He has specific moves. You want to match that.
100%. And Jaynes Warfield is a tough vet. He has like 13 knockouts. He's very heavy-handed. He hit me in the first round. I was like, oh shit, I really don't want to get hit by this guy again. And just to change, that kind of mindset. I was already in shape. I'm not going to turn it down. I don't turn down fights. So it was frustrating, but again, I wouldn't change my story for anything.
Yeah. I lost it here. Where did it go? I'll go. So, Gavin Tucker, your fight coming up this Saturday at UFC Fight Night. His last fight was almost a year ago. Actually, over a year ago. You think that's maybe a disadvantage to him?
Man, I don't think so. And a lot of people ask me that, the day before I fought Frank Camacho. Justin, you've been laid off for a year, dude. It's, I don't know. I mean, he trains a lot. He trains at a high level. He's a high-level athlete. He's a high-level fighter. I don't believe in ring rust in a year. I think it takes a couple of years to develop that ring rust. 1 year layoff isn't anything for us. And, like I said, I took a year off from when I fought Jaynes Warfield to when I knocked out Frank Camacho. So, it's all in a day, man. If I'm sure he's showing up in shape, ready to go, and he's going to be trying to hurt me for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's 11-1. He has a mixed fighting style. Back to what you said, you were Olivet College, you were wrestling.
Yep.
Most of your wins are by knockout. Do you prefer to knockout, or you go for more of a submission first?
I prefer knockouts, man. I have like 6. I think I have 7 submissions on my resume, but I just like knocking people out, man. It makes me feel good, and it's like when you hit a home run in baseball. It's like when you hit someone on the chin. It just feels good, and when everyone's talking about that exciting knockout for the next couple days or weeks or whatever, it's just that much better. And not to mention, wrestling is so fucking boring, especially to the casual fan that really doesn't understand grappling and wrestling.
Yeah.
That it's just fucking boring. Like, I'll be at the bar watching the fights, and somebody will have somebody pinned up against the cage, and they're like, "Oh, this is so boring." Like, there's a lot more to it than people know, and it's a lot more physical than people know. And boxing and kickboxing, to me, physically is pretty easy. Wrestling and grappling is fucking exhausting.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't follow wrestling as much. Here comes Chris. But even when I was watching, like, I think it's like Northwest, Iowa, Wisconsin, all those, number one wrestling up there. I was watching the championship. I'm like, this is kind of boring. But again, I don't follow wrestling, so.
Sure. No, it's a wholly different art. You need to understand wrestling to appreciate it. And, probably 75% of fans don't really understand it and understand the physical piece of it. Like, it's like I said, it's easy to box. That's why boxers do 12 rounds and wrestling is only 3. Just because of how much easier wrestling is, or excuse me, how much easier aerobic is compared to anaerobic. But exactly. I've done it all. I've competed in it all, and wrestling is by far the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah. Question, Chris, or no?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Oh, see if Chris is here. Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Cool. Yeah. You're good.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry I was late.
I'm doing good, man. How you doing? That's all good, man. It's all good.
Let's see. I know I've looked at a couple of interviews before you talking about how you dropped weight and stuff. You said that you were trying to petition to get one more week of training to get it, but they're like, no, we need you right now. So was that hard for you to get dropped to 145? Because you fight at 155. So.
Yeah, most of my career has been at 155. I had a couple fights at 145. It's been probably 3 years since I've made 145 pounds or even been in the roundabout area of it. I asked for that extension. They said no, but you know what? I'm not going to turn down an opportunity. So, yeah, it's been a tough 3.5 weeks. I woke up today at 161 pounds.
Jesus.
I still have 16 more pounds to go by Friday. But, all in a day, baby. We'll show up. We'll make weight, and we'll get it done.
So since right now nobody's really fighting like that, so if you miss weight by a couple of pounds, you think your opponent's going to trip? I mean, you miss by 1 or 2. I know you're not trying to. But just reality, they're still going to take the fight, I'm sure, right? The way things are going on right now.
For the most part. So in my debut, Frank missed by 2 or 3 pounds. I can't remember. And I don't care. When fighters are saying that, like, that couple pounds is going to make a difference in the fight, they don't really – that's just them looking for a way out. They're not really looking to fight. Now, if you miss by 5 or 10 pounds, all right, now we're talking – now there's a problem. But 1, 2, 3 pounds, like, that's not going to make the fight. But with that being said, it hurts your payday a lot. If you miss weight, that's 20% out of your purse immediately, and you get neglected for like bonuses. Like, there's no knockout bonus, there's no fight of the night bonus, no performance bonus. So that could be up to $100,000 that you're missing out on.
Jesus.
Even for a half a pound, or is
if you miss by 0.1, you are giving up 20%, plus you cannot hit the bonuses.
That's insane.
I'll cut my arm off to make sure I If I would have missed weight in my last fight, I would have made 20 grand compared to 80 grand.
Jesus, that's incredible, man. We like to mess around a lot, ask random questions. We don't like try to get, how do you cut weight? But I like to ask this question here because you just said you're 161. You have to make 145, 147 by Saturday. How do you do that? What do you eat? What are you doing to cut that weight?
So for the last 3 weeks, my diet's strictly like eggs for the most part. I'll eat like 2 eggs, 2 hard-boiled eggs for lunch, 2 hard-boiled eggs for dinner, plus a salad. I've been doing that for about 3 weeks, plus not to mention training like a motherfucker. Now this last week, the 61, what I'm going to do, I drink 2 gallons of water on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I cut all water out. That's going to make a natural flush in your body, and then it's just going to keep producing. I'm going to jump in the bath, I'm going to jump in the sauna, try to stay active until I can't. I'm going to be active until I can't be active anymore with my sauna suit. Once I can't walk anymore, or not necessarily, and there will be a point in the weight cut where you'll struggle to walk and you'll struggle to stand up and get up, and at that time I'll jump in the sauna and I'll jump in the tub and shit, and just trying to sweat the rest out.
Damn.
That's got to be really hard. I mean, so protein don't make you gain weight. I eat protein and I gain weight. So
It's depending. So it's the protein necessarily isn't going to make you gain weight. It's the calories associated with. So there's done research that like people will go on an ice cream diet. So what I mean by that is it's not the healthiest way to do it, but as long as you consume, restrict your calories. So if you eat 1,000 calories of ice cream a day and 1,000 calories of salad a day, obviously the salad's going to be a little bit more healthy for your body. But with that being said, is they've done ice cream diet challenges where can eat 1,000 calories of ice cream a day, nothing else, and people are losing weight because you're burning the calories. Again, not the healthiest way to do it, but as for me, eggs, hard-boiled eggs, you're looking at 70 calories an egg. I eat, 4 of them a day, plus a salad with a light vinaigrette. So I'm consuming, 4, 7. That's 280 calories of eggs plus my salad. I'm consuming less than 800 calories a day, which to some be like, oh, that's a lot. It's not a fucking lot. When you're a grown man and you want to eat steak and pizza and fucking pasta and drink cold beer, and 800 calories ain't shit. That's fucking, what's that, 6 beers? Like,
Yeah,
I can drink 6 beers in a day. Yeah.
You're a professional athlete. You hear 800 calories, that's all I can eat. And you hear Michael Phelps is eating 20,000 calories. You're like, wait a second, how is this possible? Well, one needs it, one's cutting weight. That's incredible. Jeez.
Yeah, it's and hats off to Michael Phelps, because I did hear about that Little Caesars diet he was on where he's eating pizzas a day or something. But with that being said, is he has a steady burn of calories throughout the day. He's at a constant pace in a pool, going back and forth for hours and hours and hours. At the rate that MMA fighters or wrestlers train, we can't wrestle for 3 hours at a time. We can't wrestle for more than an hour at a time because it's just so exhausting. In an hour workout in a wrestling room, if I have like sweats on, I'll burn upwards of 1,500 to 2,000 calories in an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. So with the calorie intake that you're taking in, you're starving when you go to sleep, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's terrible. And the first week is really, really bad. Like, I get bad munchies and shit, but then you have to understand it's I'm getting paid to do this, so it's my choice. And overall, I'm healthy, and like I said, there's things that I could do different, not necessarily in 3 weeks. If I had 8 weeks, obviously it'd be a lot different. It'd be a lot easier. But again, given the 3 week circumstances, this is what I have to do for 3 weeks, and I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
So normally, not on a regular basis, when we're not dealing with COVID and we're not dealing with the circumstances now, that's not that short of a notice. Am I correct? On a normal basis, if they call, hey, you ready? But now things have been out of line. You might not train every day. I mean, I don't know about you per se, but you were staying active as far as just waiting on a call, or you were just like, okay, I'll get one when I get one right now?
Leading up to the Frank fight, I was staying active because I always thought that the call was going to come, and my manager was confident that it was going to come, and my coaches were as well. So I was staying pretty active, but I wasn't training necessarily at the intensity I would for a fight. Like I would come in, work out, and I was in good enough shape to fight, but if that fight happened, it was a 25-minute fight, it would have been 25 minutes would have been really tough. As for this fight going on for 3 weeks, an ideal fight camp for me is 6 weeks to 8 weeks. This was 3.5 weeks. I made the best of it, man. I like I said, I have a great coaching staff that have kept me diligent and kept me in the gym and kept me training, twice. I've been training twice a day for the last 3.5 weeks. When I got the call, I was out drinking beer. I was 178 pounds when I got the call. I remember drinking beer and then going stepping on the scale, 178. I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. And, like I said, I'm here now. My weight's low, close enough, and I'm going to make it happen.
Do you feel your opponent's going to pose any great threats to you, or are you going to go ahead and try to put him down in a couple seconds?
I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, I'd love to put him down in a couple seconds. But once you get to the UFC, man, it's tough to put these guys away. And Frank, I just happened to throw the right punch at the right time, and he could have done the same. Gavin's a little bit different because he's very slick, he's very fast, he has great angles, he's in and out. He doesn't, with the Frank Camacho, is very predictable. I knew he was going to come forward. I knew that he knew that I was going to come forward, and like I said earlier in the interview, it was like a gunslinger. It's like who's going to draw their gun fast and who's going to hit the target. Gavin isn't going to be like that. He's going to be in my face, out of my face, in my face, out of my face. He's going to run for me, try to lure me in. It's a very strategic fight, and you know what? I think it's going to take me 2 rounds to put Gavin Tucker away.
Damn.
So with that strategy, when you're running, he's basically throwing a couple shots, and then he's gonna try to close the gap on you. He lures you, and then try to close the gap. Is that basically some of the strategy with that?
You know,
He'll throw a couple.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to come in, throw a couple, and then run away. Throw a couple, then run away. Then he's going to try to get me and or his other opponents frustrated. And then when I start overcommitting on big shots because I want to hit this little motherfucker, then he's going to start picking his shots with his knees or his wrestling. He might try. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to pick me apart. And then when I overcommit, try to make it a wrestling match, which would fucking be boring. And I really hope he doesn't try to do that. Not for my sake, not for his sake, but for the fans' sake. I'd rather just stand in the pocket and exchange. But if he wants to make it a boring wrestling match, I'm going to punish him.
You're one of the only guys that said that. I'm glad you touched on that. I mean, we wonder, just watching it on pay-per-view and watching it on TV, we wonder why I guess we can see the frustration. But you said it perfectly. They'll get you frustrated, then you'll overcommit and you'll take a big shot. It's not that you're not looking for that shot, but once he's played with you a little bit, and you're like, okay, I got an open shot, and you just overcommit, and then when you overcommit, it's like, fuck, I overcommitted.
Yep. So, and then once you overcommit, you can't go back.
You just touched on that very well, and I appreciate that. Like, people don't understand. Like, you'll work it. And he'll get you so frustrated, and you just it looks clean shot to you, and you're like, oh shit, I overcommitted.
Yep, absolutely. And it's one of those things that once you do it, it's just you. There's been times where I'm getting taken down, and it's like, fuck, like, god damn it, it's like I know I just fucked up, god damn
it. Well, Chris, I was talking to him. Almost every single fight he has is a round one knockout. So he's definitely going to be the one to watch out for the knockout of the night for sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I am going to try and knock him out in the first round. In the first 10 seconds, I'm going to try and knock him out. But like I said, he's very crafty. He's very athletic. I think it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure it out. And then when I find my spot, he's going to sleep.
Yeah, here we go.
Definitely. We'll look forward to that. I love that's what I love about the MMA world. Like you said, wrestling, that's kind of boring. I'll watch it, but I prefer to see the first round, the first 10 seconds. I feel like I got my money's worth if I see a knockout. Dude,
I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in college. I'm tired of wrestling. I know how to wrestle. I'm in shape to wrestle, but I just want to knock people out.
There you go. What you get paid for.
And get paid for it, right?
Whatever wrestling at WWE. Well, we're starting to wrap it up. Let you get back to playing Call of Duty and cutting that weight. Our number one fan wasn't on tonight, and you talked about the ice cream diet. So the question we always ask is, when you're not cutting weight, what's your favorite ice cream to eat?
There's no question, Moose Tracks, man. Peanut butter, chocolate, and vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream, I don't give a fuck. But as long as I have those peanut butter bites in my ice cream, I'll eat the shit out of it.
That's awesome.
Wow, that sounds like a winner there. But if you're not a friend of hers already, you look out for a friend request by a person by the name of Debbie Gamble. She's like the number one MMA fan all across the world. Yeah. She's got over thousands of fighters on her page. So awesome. I didn't see her pop in tonight, but she's like our number one fan. So if you see a friend's request from her, she'll have some good conversation for you.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
Well, Justin, thank you for coming on, man. Good luck. We'll be watching for sure Saturday night. So everybody check it out.
UFC
Fight Night, ESPN. I'm pretty sure. So
ESPN.
On, man. So
thanks, guys. I appreciate you having me. And if you want to chop it up after the fight, I'd be more than happy to jump back.
Yeah. Hey, talk about your sponsors. Anybody give you a shout out to stuff like that?
Shout out to my coaching staff: Dennis Davis, Roman Isbell, Andrew Jacoby, Extreme Couture, my whole Extreme Couture family, all my fans, friends, Jeremiah Self Equipment. Boombox, Iridium Sports, Jason House. If it wasn't for all those guys, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now. So I'm very thankful for them.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for coming on. We'll bring you back on for sure after the fight.
All right. Sounds good, man. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
All right, bye.
That's awesome, man.
That was a great interview, Austin. Thank you for getting him.
Thank Chelsea. You know what I mean? Chelsea was like, you have to get him on, and tagged him, and I messaged him, and he came on. So it was awesome. It really was.
I was on a cut weight diet. I was on a sleep diet, so I'm sorry I was late for all the fans.
I wasn't cutting weight today. I was eating probably 10 cookies. So one day I'm going to start cutting weight, I swear. But, well, everybody, it wasn't supposed to be the official Ginger Squatch Sports. That'll be next week. But we need to bring Justin on for sure. So thank you for everybody tuning in. Obviously, we got to give thanks to our sponsors, definitely from Broad's Beard Care. Like I told you earlier, all natural, handmade beard oil, beard soap, beard balm, beard everything. Obviously, please check out our signature blend, our beard oil. I forgot what's in it. It's like fruity and vanilla and islandy and smoky. It's all of it together. So please, there's Debbie. Check them out at broadspearcare.com. Promo code 3beers for 20% off. And also, please check out Nanny Cakes, Nancy Burke. Unfortunately, she won't be able to make any cakes until mid-October. She's getting a knee replacement, so not any cakes right now, but definitely hit her up for around October. Nanny Cakes, facebook.com/nannycakes407, and then, of course, 407-923-2898. It's okay, Debbie. You can go back and rewatch. It was a late one. He was in Vegas, so we had to do a late show. Check us out at 3beardspodcast.com. We have merch up there, t-shirts, hats, stickers, Patreon. Please support us on Patreon. Sticker of the Month Club. We're always having new ideas for stickers. Obviously, our 3 Beards Podcast logo. There's me fighting, Ginger Squatch fighting regular Sasquatch. All of these ideas we're going to come up with, so please check us out there. Support us. It's only $5 a month. You can get some awesome stickers. Social media, Facebook, YouTube. Obviously, you're on Facebook. Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Check us out. Support us. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Tune in tomorrow for our regular 3 Beards podcast. We interview Arlen. I forgot his name. We'll check him out. It's about a comics. And then next Tuesday, check us out, Ginger Sports Squats. We're talking with Javier and Crispy. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.